Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Am I live? Is my video and sound working? You guys can chat during this live class, so let me know how I sound, how I look, if everything sounds and looks good. And we're about 5 or 6 minutes early, so we'll start in about 5 or 6 minutes. And I figured that I would come in a bit early and check out the live feed and answer some questions and show you guys how I'm going to prep for this Kung Fu kicking class tonight. So again, my name is Jake Mace, and I teach at and run the Shaolin Center YouTube channel here. We also do an online school for the martial arts, the Chinese style martial arts at jakemace.com. And this is our, I think it's our 4th live Kung Fu class.
Hi. Are you looking for live?
And that was a commercial for the video. This is our 4th live Kung Fu class, and this one's going to center around the kicks of Kung Fu. Back there, this guy right here is my tortoise. And if you guys know what the tortoise's name is, put it in the chat and let me know. And then if you guys guess the name correctly, I'll know that you have been watching my channel for quite some time because he's been featured a lot. I'm getting some hydration going here, some water. And in addition to the water, I also think that before you're going to do kicking, it's important to get your plant-based sugars up. I'm not talking about sugar, refined sugar. I'm talking about fruit-style sugars. So today, I just went over to my fig tree, and I picked about 5 ripe yellow-green figs. And on the inside, these figs look incredible. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek here. Let me know if you guys like figs in the chat or in the comments. And that's what it looks like inside. It looks kind of like brown sugar. It kind of tastes like brown sugar. And it's delicious. And it's one of the top things you can do before you start your kicking routine to boost your energy and increase your natural plant-based fruit sugars. So, I'm really interested if you guys can, as you're coming in, let me know what city and what country you're watching from. It's always cool to see where you guys are watching from. It's so amazing to me. It's incredible to me that I live in Tempe, Arizona, which is right next to Phoenix, Arizona. It's incredible that not only there's so much interest for the martial arts, especially the Chinese traditional martial arts, but it's also incredible to me that I'm able to use technology of the modern day to reach and touch and teach so many people, not just from Tempe and Phoenix, but from all over the world. So thank you so much for taking the time to jump in today and learn martial arts alongside me here. Before we get started, please hit the like button to this video. I always look at what the likes are in each video because it helps me to realize which videos you guys like. And then the videos that have a ton of likes, I tend to do more videos like that sometimes to give you guys what you want. I also do videos that I like and that I'm interested in, no matter how many likes they get. So I kind of try to do both, a good balance of both. So again, if you're just chiming in right now, my name is Jake Mace with jakemace.com, and I'm doing a little pre-kick snack of a bunch of figs that I picked off my fig tree. And these are delicious honey sweet figs that taste amazing. That tortoise right there, Leo, you guys can see his butt right there. He would love to get his mouth around these figs, but this is going to be Jake's figs, not Leo's figs. In about 3 minutes, we'll start the kick. So about 3 minutes. I'm giving everybody 3 minutes to get in. Let me look at the chat here, the live chat, and I'll see what kind of questions you guys have. It sounds like you guys are hearing me okay. We got people coming in from Canada, from Portugal, from St. Louis, Missouri, from Detroit, Michigan, another person from Portugal, somebody in here from Japan, somebody from Laguna Hills, California, Wow, that's amazing. And you guys guessed correctly. The tortoise's name is Leo. Michael Harrison, you got it. I'm going to type in a chat comment here. Great to have everyone watching live. Let's start the kicks. Okay, we're going to start here in 2 minutes. And we're going to have some hydration going on, some water. Because I don't know what the weather is like where you guys are living right now, but in Phoenix, Arizona, it's about 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So somebody do the centigrade for that for me. 115 degrees Fahrenheit today. So for this lesson, I'm going to be sweating like a beast because it's the desert where I live. It's very hot and very dry. And my entire garden, we try to grow all our own food here at my house in Tempe. My garden is barely hanging on by a thread in the face of the liquid hot magma weather we've been getting lately. So let's set up this live class here while I let everybody else have another 90 seconds to click in. In my opinion, there's a lot of similarities between all the different styles of martial arts. So whether you're a student or a teacher or a practitioner of Taekwondo or Kung Fu or Karate or Ninjutsu or Krav Maga or Wing Chun or MMA or whatever, you know, it's human beings learning how to defend themselves against other human beings. So everybody has 2 arms and 2 legs. Therefore, you're going to see a ton of similarities between all the martial arts styles. In fact, I think the most important thing to do when you're trying to decide what martial art you should study is to find a good teacher. The teacher is the most important part of a martial arts school, not the style. And so you can have somebody go to 10 different Kung Fu schools or 10 different Taekwondo schools with 10 different teachers, and they'll have 10 completely different experiences depending on the teacher. So the teacher is the most important thing. And of course, everybody wants to try to find a Mr. Miyagi style of teacher, and not very many people want to be part of the Cobra Kai. In fact, just a second ago, we had a brand new YouTube video go live to my YouTube channel that says, how do I pick a martial arts school and how do I find the right teacher? And it's a 6-minute talk. I'm down in the bottom of the Grand Canyon at the base of a beautiful waterfall. And I gave a talk about my tips for finding the right teacher and for finding the right martial arts school. So what you're going to find is that within all the martial arts that you might study, the kicks are very similar. Almost every martial art has a round kick, a side kick, a front kick, and a hook kick. And consequently, those are the 4 kicks that I say are the fundamentals of all kicks to come. So when I have new students join my program in my school, I always train them to be technically good at doing front kicks, roundhouse kicks or round kicks, hook kicks, and side kicks. So I feel that if their technique and their physical ability is good with those 4 kicks, they'll be able to grow and do all the kicks that are coming up later very, very well. Here's my philosophy on kicks. There are basically 4 different ways that you can kick. Number 1 is kicking for flexibility. So when you practice your kicks, you need to be focused on practicing the kicks for height and for flexibility. I'm not saying you're going to kick to the head or you're going to kick high in the real fight, but in practice, you'll get the best conditioning if you train to kick high. And you can always kick lower if you need to in the fight. So number one way to kick, flexibility. The second way to kick is for power. You need to have enough muscle in your legs, and you need to have the ability to use that muscle efficiently in order to generate power when you deliver the kick. Because if your kick is super flexible but has nothing behind it, it's useless. Say goodbye to Leo. He's heading to bed. He's so funny. It's like a dinosaur in my backyard. So number 1, kicking for flexibility. Number 2, kicking for power. And usually kicking for power involves being focused on delivering a technically sound kick that's efficiently moving your strength toward your opponent's weak points. You can also strengthen your power by doing a lot of condition exercises like horse stance, squats, plyometric jumps, maybe leg press, or maybe deadlift and things of that sort. Number 3 way to kick is kicking for speed. We have to be fast, because if the kick is slow, it's easy to block, and it's easy to pick up, and it's easy to counter. And so if you were a major league baseball player and you were a pitcher and you could only throw the ball 40 miles an hour, then you would suck and you would not be in the major leagues for very long. Also, if you only had a fastball, even if it went 100 miles an hour and that's all you had, and every pitch was 100 miles an hour, that would also be easy to hit because people could time it and pick up on it. So speed is very important, number 3, but speed is nothing and is useless without number 4, the most important area, which is timing. And timing comes, in my opinion, through the practice of sparring. And a lot of you may have realized that I don't have very many videos on full sparring yet on the YouTube channel, and that's on purpose. I believe that we have a lifetime to spar. I'm in my 30s. I'm not that old yet. I still have a lifetime left, hopefully, of lessons and teaching and kung fu to practice and teach. So we have plenty of time to spar later on. For now, I want you to get fighting application. I want you to work on power, flexibility, conditioning. Timing will come with sparring later. So let's recap. 4 keys to kicking, and the 4 things you should do when you practice your kicks: flexibility, power, speed, and timing. I say timing is the most important for fighting because if you are not fast and you are not flexible and you are not strong, but you have perfect timing, then you will be a beast in sparring. If you're the fastest person alive, but you have no timing, you will always be blocked. And if you are the strongest person alive and you have no timing, it'll be easy to evade your kick. And if you're the most flexible person in the world, but you have no timing, it'll be easy to just duck underneath your kick. But in practice, we must practice all 4 areas to ensure that we are a complete martial artist. When I am practicing the first area, flexibility, I like to do straight kicks. So let's get up right now and practice a few straight kicks together, and I'll show you a few things that I do every single morning before my day begins. Especially, I do these before my martial art class begins. Hop up, let's go. For flexibility, I covet the straight kick. And there's about 4 different straight kicks, maybe 5 different straight kicks that I practice on a consistent basis to improve and increase my flexibility so that I am the most flexible Jake Mace that I can be. One, you guys see me do a lot before, is having a good solid stance and doing my straight kicks. So my hands in front, knees flex, good athletic position, hands up, getting used to a defensive hand position. And my rear leg is going to do a few straight kicks. Let's try a few straight kicks, nice and low, working on standing tall and not kicking too powerful yet. 1, just like that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And my goal is to feel the stretch in the back of my hamstrings, back here. Maybe even the back of my knee. So let's do a few a little bit higher, with a little bit more intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course, I would do those on both sides. So let's go to the other side and do 10 kicks. Follow me, let's go for it. 1, the first 5 low. 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next 5 higher with a little more intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight kicks. That's number one kick I do for flexibility. I'm gonna move this camera down so we can have a little bit better angle. The second kick I practice on a daily consistent basis for flexibility is the outside crescent kick or outside smash. So I'll face you guys. Good solid stance, hands in front, guarding yourself, elbows in, standing tall with good athletic leg position. And the outside kick does a circle from inside to outside that way. So let's do 5, nice and slow, and warm it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do 5 more, a little bit bigger, higher, and faster. Good stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch legs. The other side, the same thing. 5 warm-up kicks. 1, big circle. 2, use your core. 3, stomach muscles. 4, and 5. A little faster, a little bigger, a little more vigor. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. So that's my second kick for flexibility. My third kick that I practice for flexibility is the inside crescent kick or inside smash. With this kick, I normally don't stand in one place, so I don't do this. I just feel like that puts a lot of undue stress on the knee that's standing on the ground. So with inside crescent kicks, inside smashes, I always walk it out, left leg, then right leg, then left leg, then right leg, then left leg, then right leg. And I get a big hallway or a park or somewhere where I have a long strip. I do about 20 or 30 or 100 kicks, left, right, as I walk forward. Here's what I'm talking about. Good stance, we go left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. And then we do the same thing going back the other direction. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, and so on. And that's my third kick that I practice for flexibility. And the fourth kick that's very important for flexibility is the blade kick. I call it blade kick. And this kick is to condition the outer muscles of the thigh and the hip and to stretch the inner muscles or the inner joint of the hip and the inner parts of the fascia that surround the hip. So here's what the blade kick looks like. The key for the blade kick is posture, good standing straight posture, hands out in front, and my left leg is closest to you guys, so I keep my foot horizontal. My toes are pointing to the side, not up, but this way. And I go up and then down, just like that. Blade kick. All right, 3, 4, 5. Now a little bit higher. 1, 2, 3 from the side. 4, 5. That's going to really improve your side kick flexibility and mechanics. So the other leg, the same thing. Nice and slow. The foot is horizontal. The toes are side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go to the side, same kick, a little higher, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the fifth and final kick that I do on a very consistent basis for flexibility is the mule kick or the reverse axe kick. And I use the butt muscles, the gluteus maximus and the hamstring and the lower back for this kick. So I face my opponent this way and my front leg does the kick and I swing it back, heel, going under somebody's chin behind me. So back that way. So the front of my hip is stretching out tremendously with each kick. Let's try for 9 more of these. 2, 3, keep your knee as straight as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7. Block that person in front. 8, 9, and 10. And the other leg, the same thing. Going back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So those are the 5 kicks that I do pretty consistently as a warm-up and as a morning routine for flexibility. But the secret is, here's the secret. Let me give you guys the inside Kung Fu secret. In addition to improving your flexibility, the art of kicking is going to also be better for your cardio, for fat burn, and for stomach ripping and strengthening, and for stomach toning than anything else. Kicking is going to give you an incredible fitness level. It's going to really condition your stomach muscles. It's going to burn fat, and it's going to allow you to stay youthful and flexible at the same time. So if you hate to run and you hate to do cardio, but you enjoy the martial arts, then instead of running for 30 minutes a day, I want you to practice your straight kicks for 30 minutes a day. Okay? Let's go on to the second area. The second area we have is kicking for power. And kicking for power is very important because we need our attacks to have some gunpowder-like explosiveness behind them. Okay? So for power, the goal is to kick with as much efficient athleticism as possible. So let's take, for instance, the round kick, the front kick, and the side kick, and we'll demonstrate how I train for power using these 3 kicks. Let's start with the front kick. You've heard a lot of martial artists, a lot of martial art teachers tell you to kick for snap, to snap the kick and make it as fast and whip-like as possible. Whip it good, okay? That's fine for speed drills, but not for power. For power, I want you guys to focus on the ability to hold the kick in an extended manner and see if you can hold it there for at least 1 or 2 seconds at the contact point of the kick. Here's what I'm talking about. Get to your stance, and let's do 5 kicks, but hold the leg straight for 1 or 2 seconds each time. So 1, and back in. 2, hold, back in. 3, hold, back in. Hold, 1 more, hold, and back in. The ability to hold the kick uses a completely different set of muscle fibers and muscle ability than the ability to snap the kick. And so you'll find that some people who are super flexible and super fast, they can't hold their leg out there to save their life. I want you guys to be able to do everything. So let's do 5 more with the holding ability. E, R, san, s, and woo. Very good. Other side, the same thing. We're going to go E, R, hold it, san, hold it, s, hold that kick. Woo. 5 more. Leo, chi, ba, jio. 1 more. Sure. You'll find that if you really commit to this method of kicking with the hold, you'll be incredibly sore the next day. Let's transition into the round kick or the roundhouse kick. Same ability, the ability to hold the kick out as straight as you can. So good stance, good position. I'm going to face you guys. Pivot your bottom foot and then deliver the round kick and hold. And back in. That's 1. Hold. Back in. 2. Hold it. 3. Good balance. Hold. My bottom foot, look how pivoted it is. 4. Really pivot that foot. Pivot. And 5. Let's do 5 more, a little higher, with a little more athletic efficiency behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes 1 at you. 5. Let's do the other leg. That'll balance out both legs. R, hold it. Sun, S, woo. Hold that kick, Leo. Chi, 1 second hold, maybe 2 seconds. Ba, ah. Joe, one more. Sure. Ah. And that's the hold with the round kick. And then third and last kick I'll show you guys today is the hold the leg with the side kick. And this one looks really pretty because when you guys take photo ops, the side kick just has a really nice, clean, geometric L shape to it. And really the side kick really helps to show the true fitness level, flexibility level, and ability of the kicker. So let's do about 5 side kicks per leg and hold it at least hip height. Good position, jumping side kick. 1, back in. 2, again. 3, keep it going. 4, one more. 5. Let's do 5, really explosive, really go for it. E, R, Sun, S, hold it, woo. Ah, very nice. I'll do like the same thing. Just nice and easy at first for the first 5. 1, hold that kick. 2, hold it up. 3, 4, and 5. Let's go 5 more, a little more power, a little faster. E, R, Sun, S. One more. Woo. And that's the example of how I train my kicks for power. And that one's tough on a 115 degrees summer day here, June day in Phoenix. It's a tough kick. It's pretty hot outside right now. Okay, the third area we need to focus on for kicks is speed. And if you guys go to my YouTube channel and check out last week's live Kung Fu event on praying mantis, I talked a lot about kicking for speed in the praying mantis lesson. We're gonna do the same kind of training for this kicking drill. We wanna kick and see how fast we can bring our foot from the ground to the target and back to the ground again. So let's use the side kick and the front kick as 2 examples of speed conditioning. So let's go front kick first. Good position, legs athletic. And I wanna see that rear leg, the back leg, how fast can you get it from the ground to your opponent's face and back to the floor again? 1, faster. 2, 3, with that snap, like a whip. 4, 5, switch legs, 5 more. E, R, Sun, S, faster. Woo. Very good. Now, for the side kick, my opponent's right there, so I'll use my lead leg and do one of these no jumping quick side kicks. So good hand position. Right leg does the side kick. E, and back in quick. R, Sun, fast. S, woo. Now the other leg, other direction, same thing, hands out. Make sure when you guys do your side kick, here's a little tip for you. You want to kick your opponent with your back pocket. I don't want to see anybody side kicking with their belly button facing toward the opponent. That's incorrect. I want your butt cheek, your back pocket right here, toward your opponent, and then just barely glance over your shoulder. So the back pocket is what is making contact. And I love the analogy of on the opponent's stomach, there's a Coke can, a can of soda. And you are not kicking the can away, you're crushing the can against your opponent's body. So smash that Coke can directly against them, and that's how the side kick should be done. So let's do it for speed. Good position. E, back in. R, some, woo, and back in that way. And those are flexibility, power, and speed. And our fourth area, timing, is going to be something that we need to do a couple things for. Number one, I need you guys to work on your form training, on your Tao Lu, or we sometimes, we use the Japanese term kata because kata is just more universally known for form. But in English, we say form. In Chinese, we say Tao or Tao Lu. Because if you do your kicks within the form, it's difficult to do hand movements, and then it's difficult to do from the hand movements a stance and then a kick. And so it forces your body to learn how a kick can be delivered in different stances and different body positions. So form training is the beginning of learning how a kick needs to be timed right to land in sparring. And then, I mean, it's just a fact of life. You've got to get some other martial artists around and have respectful, safe sparring environment where you can build your skills slowly and naturally with friends who will not obliterate you and cause physical injury if you mess up. So the sparring environment is a contract between two friends that are respecting each other during the martial art practice in order to help each other attain a higher level of self-defense skills on the street if that ever had to happen, which hopefully will never have to happen. What do you guys think? Are you guys jazzed to practice some kicks tonight using those first three kicking areas? Let me go to the chat here. I'm going to answer some questions because we're getting toward the end of our class. It looks like somebody said that 115 degrees Fahrenheit is 46 degrees centigrade. That sounds pretty hot to me. The Warrior Bat Return says, I'm looking forward to this class, but it was raining early today. Oh, sorry about that. But the kicks are also good to do inside if you want to. Cobra Kai sucks. Well, I think the same thing. But that's what makes that movie so good, is that Mr. Miyagi triumphed over evil. Tai Chi Master kicks are blurry. We'll have to get a camera that has a better frames per second. For now, I just have my laptop camera that has a good Wi-Fi connection. So in the future, hopefully I can increase our video quality in these live classes. We try to bring you guys really high video quality for our normal YouTube videos, and we give you extremely high quality of video for the online school at jakemace.com. We also, Pam, my wife, and I really decided the online school should be affordable for everybody. So we only charge $5 a month for the online school, or you can pay for an entire year for $50. And that way you have access to, like, right now there's almost 300 videos up there, and there's more coming. We just filmed a bunch from the bottom of the Grand Canyon and some rivers and waterfalls that are really fantastic videos. So I'm looking forward to showing those to you at the online school. Plus the online school has no advertisements. I don't know about you, but I am getting sick and tired of the internet always having an ad I gotta watch. So the cool thing about the online school is that you don't have to watch those ads. On YouTube, you gotta watch the ads because that's just how it is. Somebody said the Vibrams rock. Thank you very much, Tai Chi Master. Somebody wants Pam to get in front of the camera. Well, you gotta come here and tell her that in person because that's not her forte. She likes to be behind the camera. And somebody else says they're thinking of buying a pair of the Vibram shoes. I love these Vibram shoes. These Vibram shoes that I've got are like my 5th pair that I've got over the years. And I think that for a martial artist or somebody who's into hiking and doing a lot of water type activities, the Vibrams are great because they're lightweight. They still have some good protection on the bottom. You can take them on and off very easily. And I find that I have pretty good dexterity with them. And I do a lot of working out in these Vibram shoes. So I think the barefoot is the best. If you can be barefoot, that'd be number one choice, number one option. But I like the Vibrams very much. I also like to wear those Chaco sandals. The Chacos, they're pretty high-end hiking sandals. They're my favorites. Well, if you guys have any more questions, ask me now or forever hold your peace. Oh, Tai Chi Master, Buddha Fist Section 5. Yes, I apologize. It's coming soon. I'm looking forward to getting the 5th section of Buddha Fist up on YouTube, so stay tuned. I know you're itching to get that one. Brandon Goji says, thanks for offering the lessons for $5. Yes, we're going to keep it that way. We're going to keep it inexpensive and affordable so that the entire world can afford the online school at jakemace.com. This person says that my left leg is much better than my right one. And that is true. What I find for me personally is that my left leg has better flexibility and my right leg has better power. So when I'm sparring or when I'm in a fight or when I'm doing self-defense kicks, I tend to kick with my right leg because it can do more damage. But when I'm doing a video and demonstrating the kick, I use my left leg. So my left leg still can kick pretty powerful, but I find that my right leg has more power. My left leg has better flexibility. And I found that almost every human being is that way. We all have a flexible side and a powerful side. So let's close this class out here right now. I'm going to put this camera down to the ground. I'm going to show you a few stretches that I will use every day to cool down after a good solid class or a good solid session of kicks. So come on down the ground with me, you guys. Put the legs out in front. And see how my shirt, my Be Earth shirt, you guys can get these Be Earth shirts at jakemace.com as well. And all the money that we make off these shirts and the online school goes back into the online school so that we can improve the lessons there. So you'll be supporting our online classes when you guys order from jakemace.com. Feet out in front and reach over the top, grab the toes. Even if you can't touch your toes, do the best you can because doing something is better than doing nothing. And hold the neck flat and give me 3 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more. 1 more. And then release it. Now grab underneath your ankles or underneath your calves. I'll turn this way so you guys can see. Grab underneath this way and flatten your back as straight as you can, like that. Keep your neck straight and pull the head down toward the knees as far as you can go. Every breath, go lower. 3 breaths. And come on up. Let's cross one leg on top of the other leg right here. I'm going to go this way so you guys can see. My right leg is on top, and then I turn to the right. So right leg bent, turn to the right, and sit tall and twist it. And that's going to give us some good range of motion and mobility in our lower back, which is essential for kicks. Deep breath. Let's slowly come out of it and do the other side, other leg. Switch it. Deep breath in. And breathe out. 2 more. And let's come back to the front. Let's go back here to a V-style stretch. Legs out to the sides. And try to be cultivating your inner Jean-Claude Van Damme. So get as far apart as you possibly can, just like you're between 2 chairs, like Van Damme was in the movie Bloodsport, one of my top 10 martial art movies. Exhale, bring the forearms to the ground. A little lower. And let's try, if you can, to lay it flat on the floor. See if you guys can get more flexible than me. And up. Did you put your chest on the ground? It's kind of tough. Go to the right and reach as far as you can. Get your other arm over the top and stretch it out, elbow toward the shin. And get your bicep by the ear and hold that stretch. Deep breath. If you guys are just watching me right now, for shame, you should be up and joining me right now. Other side, same thing. And then put the hands in front, palms down on the ground, and see if you guys can push up onto your hands like this, and then bring your legs up to a bent position and put the hands on the knees and twist it to the side, stretching your hips by pushing your knees and also stretching your shoulder and lower back. 2 breaths. Other direction. And the final stretch we'll do today is legs in a half split. Stretch it down and get your arms back as far as you possibly can. Reach it back there and let the blood flow rush to your face and your brain while you breathe deeply 3 times. Come up nice and slow. And there we go, you guys. There's a short 30-minute, maybe like a 40-minute, yeah, about 40-minute kicking routine. And what I want you guys to do, here's your homework. You guys must train for the 4 fundamentals of kicks. Front kick, roundhouse kick, side kick, hook kick. We'll do hook kick next time. You must also train each kick 4 different ways: flexibility, power, speed, and timing. And the timing you should work on during the practice of forms, but also work on it during sparring in your martial art class. Sparring should not be the place you work on power or flexibility. Sparring should be the place where you work on cunning and timing and finding the holes in your opponent's defense and working on expanding your repertoire of techniques. If you guys do this, you'll be on your path to being a very skillful martial artist. And when you're sweating, like I am right now, as you can see on my shirt, that is when the intense stretching should happen, when you're sweating, not when you're cold. So we're coming out very soon with our newest DVD. And the newest DVD we're coming out with is going to be the kicking DVD. And right now, my wife, Pamela Mace, you guys saw, she just put the kicking DVD pre-order link on jakemace.com. It's going to be 25 bucks, the same price as our Iron Bone DVD. The next DVDs we'll be making will be kicking DVD. We'll also be making a Ultimate Tai Chi DVD, which will have an incredible Tai Chi routine, and it'll have hours and hours of Tai Chi workouts on it, so you guys can have Tai Chi to do at home forever. And we're also going to have a 24 style Tai Chi DVD, all coming up. But right now, the Kung Fu Kicking DVD is live at jakemace.com. You can pre-order today, and it has a really good warm-up to do before you stretch. So I'd recommend doing something to get your heart rate up and to get your muscles warm and to get your sweat going before the stretching begins. So warm up, sweating, beginning stretching, kicking, and then closing stretching. It's a great and balanced way to approach your kicking practice and your kicking training. I'm gonna finish my last fig here, and that way I nourish my body with good plant-based nutrients. I'm a vegan vegetarian. I have been since I was 19. Don't get me wrong, I would rather eat meat. To be honest, I love eating meat. I wasn't one of those squeamish kids that stopped eating ribs because I didn't like it, but I was the guy who would eat everything. I was the guy in school who had drank 6 containers of milk at lunch because it does a body good. And I was the guy who would eat 3 dozen chicken wings in one sitting and then eat a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I was the guy who would go to the store and buy those rotisserie chickens and suck down 2 rotisserie chickens after every kung fu class. Until I was 19 years old, and I found out that my teachers in the martial arts were vegan. I didn't know what that was. I thought it sounded weird. And they began explaining to me how you can be athletic without having to eat meat. And I was always interested in what was the greatest way to feed my body, because I wanted to be the most athletic and healthy person I could be. I was very much into wrestling at that time, and I was trying to get a college scholarship for wrestling. And so I ended up breaking my arm, which actually made me coach wrestling for a while. And I didn't ever go back to competition wrestling, but I did keep practicing the Kung Fu. And so I decided to go to China and study Putonghua. So 在2002年我去北京 and 在首都师范大学我学习中文。可是现在我的中文不太好 because I don't have very many Chinese friends to talk with. So my Chinese every year gets worse and worse. But when I go back to China after about 10 days, I become pretty fluent again. I do a pretty good job. So I went to China to study Mandarin. I got a scholarship. I got a $3,000 scholarship sent to me in the mail by the Freeman Asia Foundation to go to China and study Chinese with Duke University for a semester. And I did an entire year of second-year Chinese in China, in Beijing. And during that time, I trained Kung Fu there. I trained Tai Chi there. I also got to tour at the Shaolin Temple and go to Hua Mountain and tour all over the country of China. And I told myself, when I come back, I'm going to try eating a plant-based diet like my teachers do for a month. And now it's been 14 years and I'm still a vegan vegetarian because now I care for the environment, for resources, and for animals. And I think that the plant-based diet is the best way to conserve those things. Thanks for watching today. Sorry if I get long-winded. I'm trying to give you guys some good info to make you guys the healthiest, strongest, and best martial artists you can be. I'll see you guys on Facebook. We're going to go and post this YouTube video to Facebook. We're going to also post this video to my Instagram page, which is Jake Mace Tai Chi. My Facebook is facebook.com/jakemace.taichi. And check out the online school. Sign up for a month and try it out and see what you guys are missing. It's $5 a month at jakemace.com. And don't forget to pre-order your Kung Fu Kicking DVD, which will be out very, very soon. We have some great lessons and great workouts and great tutorials on that DVD coming up for you guys. Thanks for watching. Practice every day. Consistency is key. Don't give up. Don't surrender. At least do something because something is better than nothing. Train safely. And don't forget to find time to meditate and rest once in a while. And I will see you guys back here at our YouTube channel, the Shaolin Center, next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Train hard.